A deal will always wait. A fool will always rush in. Or so said Arnold Rothstein, who, I have to admit, unlike a lot of the quotes that I've mentioned at the start of videos, I'm not familiar with him. So, this is Venge, made by the same company. I sort of did a two for this week. I thought, hey, they both look interesting. Maybe they're like Friday Nights at Freddy's, or that's kind of like what I was going for with this week. And the games are similar, but also different in other ways. So with Venge, your favorite TV show as a kid went mysteriously off the air. So the setup is very different, but it then sort of changes a little bit from there and becomes more like the other game I played today, which was All She Wants for Christmas Is You. So after 10 years, suddenly there's a $10,000 reward for you to attempt posted. So you attempt to find out what happened to this mysterious company that made your favorite TV show as a kid, which happened to be called Rotnik, which is an interesting name. So there's a few acts. I went into this not realizing there are a few acts. And the first act introduces the plot. So like I feel like that's so different from the rest of what I played. And it's sort of, you're at home and you've realized, oh, there's suddenly a reward and everything. And then you go out into the world and you sort of starts the real bulk of the story. So the game manages to establish a creative and atmosphere. You know, there's flashing light and dark, so it's like a moody atmosphere. You know, howling coyotes, hungry wolves, so on. So I thought that was really cool. The setup for this game, especially, I believe, yes, it's also $2, just like All I Want for Christmas. All She Wants for Christmas Is You. So that's what this game really does well, is like the setup, making it like a horror game and creeping you out and sort of making you interested in playing more. So that's like the strongest point of this game. So it's pretty immersive, although you really have to enjoy these type of games because it sort of becomes from instead of you biking along avoiding cars to get to where Rotnik used to shoot their shows, it then suddenly becomes like, okay, make sure you don't get captured by the baddies. So it becomes more like All She Wants for Christmas Is You after you get to the where the game really starts, where the monsters and everything. I just personally, I like, at this point I would just say I didn't get super hyped about the game. Like, this is where the game was interesting. I thought, hey, cool, this is mysterious, cool stories, cool setup, bro. And then the game itself, like, once you arrive there, it's sort of like, oh, okay, well, I'm not too interested in exploring this building, or, didn't see any monsters, so it's like, well, now it's kind of boring. So yeah, for $2.29, it's pretty incredible just to sort of see the intro and just see how the game's set up. It feels like a personal project. Like, that's my criticism. Even though it was made by one designer, which is impressive as heck, it just feels like almost like a demo. Like, especially the areas before you arrive at Rotnik, the building that shot this fictional TV show. The controls are super janky. Like, the way you move the bike, like, it's got to rank up there in the hundreds or thousands of games I've played in my lifetime. Like, one of the weirdest control setups imaginable. Yeah, it's just, it adds to the experience, but it's also really weird. Like, the bike feels like broken, or something's wrong with the tires or something. So definitely the game looks better from afar than in screenshots than in motion, because the game sort of like often automatically helps you along. Like, yeah, you can get bitten by the wolves and everything, but still, like, you'll keep going and the plot will keep going. When you're walking in the dark with spooky sounds later in the game, just nothing's really coming after you, so it sort of feels like you should be creeped out. And the lore apparently is like super optional, And even if it's loud, it tries to be spooky. It's not really scary like other games like Condemned or whatever. Over the years I played, this like wants to scare you, but it's not successful once you finally get to the building. It just doesn't seem interesting enough for me to convince to find out what happened to all the employees. Like, it's like, ooh, what happened to all the employees? Well, you know, that'd be great if it was interesting to walk around, but it's not once you get there. If you want something with immediate, with no story, I would recommend the other game that they made that I've mentioned a few times, but where you're being chased. So like All She Wants for Christmas Is You, and it just gets straight to the action. This sort of like sets up the plot and then there's no action, so I got bored right away. Again, I would give this a solid 5 out of 10. It's not horrible, but like for $2, you know, you could probably find a game that's on sale that you can play with your friends or something else. Like, it's, if you really want something that's a bit different, try this. You know, it's a hide and seek sort of game, and monsters chasing you, which is kind of like Monstrum, I guess, but cheaper. It's an individualist achievement, and it's like a cool demo, but as an actual game, I feel like it's for $2. It's not really. Yeah, it's the setup's not as good as it could be. It doesn't really feel like something you're going to be playing in 6 months, unfortunately. So keep on gaming, and adios.